Once we click the Start Answering Questions button, we're brought to the first page of questions. And I'd like to point out a couple things on the screen before we go too far. Number one, in the upper right corner, you see the time remaining. This is the timer. This is a timed assessment, and it shows us how much time we have left. Now, if you look in the upper left corner, you'll see Brillium Certification Authoring. This is our question group title, and then you'll see where we create this later. Below, we have the group instructions. We're presenting a very simple single sentence of instructions here, but you can include anything you like. This will also accept images and video or a case study to kind of follow people as they answer questions under this topical group. Below that, we see the question itself. This is a multiple choice question, the most common type that's used in assessments today. We also have a review later checkbox. By selecting this box, we can not only provide an answer, but review it later before we submit the test for final scoring. Now, the review later checkbox is optional. It's not something that you'd use in every assessment scenario, but we've enabled it here for this demonstration. We'll select our answer and click Next Page to move to the next page of questions. This particular assessment is randomly selecting questions to present to us, so we'll see only a few of the many that Brillium can offer. In this case, we're looking at a drop-down question type. We have 4 potential answers, but in the case of a drop-down question type, you can have as many as you want. We've seen several hundred being used, but we don't recommend more than, say, 10 to 20 if you do have that many. The nice thing about drop-down is it does respond to key type. So if you select the letter F on the keyboard, for example, it will jump ahead. So in the case where you have many potential answer choices in a drop-down list, it's easy for respondents to jump to alphabetical groupings of them. We'll click Next Page to continue. One of the most unique aspects of Brillium is you have the opportunity to mix test-type questions and survey-type questions in a single assessment. This allows you to gather knowledge check and feedback information in a single session. So here we see a survey-type questions. It's basically asking us for some open-ended feedback. You'll notice that our question group has changed up towards the upper left corner of the screen. We see a few questions before we go, and we see a different group instruction here that says, please answer a few brief questions about your experience with this. So as users move through the assessment, the group headings will follow whatever topical nature that questions fall under. Now, when we look at the results later, we're going to see some scoring information related to these groups, but we'll also show you how you can create additional scoring categories outside of those groups. Again, here, this is unscored. It's a survey type question. We're just asking for some feedback. We'll enter it, and then we'll take a look at the view marked questions.